first ever YouTube video on how to make Dale's old-fashioned Hershey's fudge. You know, one of my favorite childhood memories was with my mom around Christmas time. We get out a pan and the Hershey's cocoa and the sugar. I knew what was coming. She was going to make a big pan of old-fashioned fudge. And I've made it for a lot of friends and family over the years. And they'll ask me for the recipe and I'll give it to them. And they'll come back and say, you know, Dale, I just couldn't get it to come out the way you do. What's your secrets? So that's why I'm making this video, to share my secrets with you so you can pass it on down to your friends and family. Okay, so one of the secrets is the size pan you use. A lot of people use too big of a pan. I got a tape measure here. As you can see, this is 8 inches wide, about, what is that, 5 inches deep. If you get it too wide, if you get a pan like 12 inches wide or so, it just doesn't cook right. So be sure you get a pan close to this size. Some other things you're going to need is a wooden spoon. I've tried it with a metal spoon at the end. It just doesn't work right. So be sure you have a wooden spoon. Got a 2-cup measuring cup, 1 cup measuring cup, a 1/3 cup measuring spoons. Have a candy thermometer that comes in real handy. You can make it a lot more accurately with a candy thermometer. I'm going to show you how to make it without it, but if you have one, it really does work a lot better with it. And this is the most handy device in the world, the StirMate. The first 20 minutes you cook this fudge, you have to stir it continuously. So my son brought me this for Christmas one year. It's the most handy device I've ever had. So that's the tools you're going to need. All right, so I'm going to put in 3 cups of sugar. All right, we're going to put in 2/3 cup of Hershey's cocoa. Okay, we're going to add in 1.5 cups of milk. Okay, so this is just a regular old GE gas oven. This is one of the secrets, probably the biggest secret of cooking this fudge, right? As you can see, I got the dial here, and there's dots around the edge of the dial. I'm like just under the 2nd dot. And if you look at the flame is not very high. Now, you may have to do this 2 or 3 times to get it right, but the trick here is to put the fudge on the flame, and it should boil in about 20 minutes. Anywhere from 18 to 22 minutes is a good time, but if you boil it in 10 minutes, you cooked it way too fast. And if it takes 30 minutes, you've cooked it way too slow. So the sweet spot is 18 to 22 minutes. Now at this point, if you don't have one of these little fancy stirrers, you've got to stir this fudge constantly until it boils. All right, so we've got a 9x9 pan here. We're going to line it with foil. Okay, so we got 8 minutes left on the 20-minute timer. As you can see, it's still not boiling. It's kind of getting little bubbles around the edges, so that's good. It's not boiling yet. If it was already boiling, we'd have a little problem. So I forgot to mention that if you don't have this stirrer, and you should be stirring with a metal spoon right now. Okay, so we're 20 minutes in, and you can see it's starting to boil. The level is coming up towards the top of the pan. That's why you gotta have at least a 5-inch deep pan. This will keep rising. If you get too shallow of a pan, it will boil over, so you don't want that. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna turn this off, take it out, and we're gonna cook about another 20 minutes at the same temperature without stirring. And what we're looking for is to get this candy thermometer up to 234 degrees. That's the temperature you want it at, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in. You don't want it sitting on the bottom of the pan, about halfway down in there. So we'll come back in about 10 minutes and I'm going to show you how to check the doneness of the fudge when it's not done and when it is done if you don't have a candy thermometer. You can see how high the level of the fudge is getting now, and it's starting to really get into boiling. Okay, so here we are at the 10-minute mark. I wanted to show you what the fudge looks like. It was almost all the way up to the top of the pan. Now it's dropped back down about an inch. I'm going to have to clean off this thermometer, but it looks like right now it's about 227 or 28. We still got a little ways to go. I wanted to show you, if you don't have a candy thermometer, how to check to see if it's done with water. So right now it's not done, so I'm going to show you what the not done looks like. You get a little bit of it in your spoon here. You drop it in the water. And if you look at the top here, it's just sort of sitting on the top. It's not going to the bottom. That means it's not done yet. That's how you tell. When it's done, it goes straight to the bottom and clumps up in a big ball. So we'll come back here maybe another 5 minutes and see how we're doing. Okay, so we're down to 5 minutes. As you can see, the fudge level has dropped considerably. The temperature is at 225, went back down for some reason. I'm going to take this, drop some in the water. And you can see on the top, it's still floating on the top, and it's not clumping together at the bottom, so it's still not done. So we're at 225 degrees, we need to be at 234. So we'll come back in about 5 minutes and see where we're at. Okay, so we're at the 20-minute mark. You can see the fudge has dropped even more. I'm sitting here looking at the thermometer. It's about 226. So I'll add another 5 minutes on here. And come back and check it then. Okay, so now we're 25 minutes after the initial 20 minutes of stirring for a total of 45 minutes. We're about 231 degrees. I'm going to take some of this out again in case you don't have a candy thermometer. You can see what it looks like. Now see, that time it dropped straight to the bottom. There's very little on the top. That means we're getting really close to it being done. It's still kind of spread out down there. If you kind of take your finger and try to push it together and make a ball, still not quite there. Okay, we're about 234 degrees. Take another drop, put it in the water. Oh yeah, that looks good. Went straight to the bottom. It's clumping up. Kind of take my finger, push it together. It's sticking together. That's how you tell if it's done if you don't have a candy thermometer. There's none floating on the top, and it's clumping up at the bottom in a ball. And this is cold water, not warm water. All right, so I'm gonna turn this off. We're gonna take it off the heat. Take the thermometer out. We're gonna drop in a half stick of butter. How about the half sticks? A lot easier. And we're gonna put in a teaspoon, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Just show you what that top off thing. One teaspoon of vanilla. Just gonna sort of spread it around. Okay. We're not gonna stir this. We're gonna let it sit here for 15 minutes. Just sit there, don't touch it, let it cool down. And we'll come back in 15 minutes, probably stir it and pour it in the pan. Okay, we're 8 minutes into the 15. I'll be honest, at this point I get a little impatient. Maybe just stir the butter a little bit and then leave it alone for another 6 minutes, see what happens. All right, we'll come back. Okay, we're coming up on the 15-minute mark after we took the fudge off the heat. We're at 175 degrees. It's still not quite cool enough. It's still pretty thin in here. I'm gonna go ahead and stir the butter and the vanilla in. When it starts to get thick, that's when you need it poured into the pan. Because if you wait too long, you won't get it out of the pan. It'll harden up on you quickly. And I mean quickly, so I'm just gonna keep stirring here for a minute, see if it starts getting thick. You can also tell, if you look in there, I don't know if you can tell it with a camera, but it's starting to lose its shine. It's getting, it's losing the gloss. It's like a film on it. Okay, now we're 17 minutes after we took it off. It's still a little thin. It's losing its gloss. It's starting to thicken up. I can feel it. You gotta get a feel for it. It's starting to thicken up. We'll give it 2 more minutes. We'll check it then. Okay, we're 19 minutes in now. This is starting to thicken up pretty good. Stir it. It's thickened up pretty good. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pour it in the pan. I'll take the pan and drop it a little bit, let it level out. And we will come back later after it hardens up and cut it. Okay, so here's the final product. Got just a regular old paring knife here. Oh man, look at that. Cut right through it like butter. That's when you know you got a good batch. Perfect. So there you have it. You got all my secrets. Hope you're able to make a good batch of fudge and pass it on down to your friends and family.